Welcome to the trunk house video. We're going to show you how to install your trunk house kit in the 68 to 72 Chevelle. And in about 40 minutes or less, you're going to have one awesome looking trunk, I guarantee it. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take your left side rail, place it right here underneath the edge of the fender. Each Chevelle fender has a nice little rail on both sides right underneath the lip right here. You're going to take your square, just going to hold your square right up against the edge of the fender, and there's about a ½ inch gap between the square and this rail. So you're just going to move your rail right up to that same ½ inch distance so that's lined up. Move your square over to this side. Check it on this side. Adjust your rail as needed. This one I need to just move up a little bit. Get that ½ inch gap. Recheck it again. Make sure that everything's got the nice same gap in it. Okay, now you're going to take your hardware kit with your self-tapper screws that we sent along. They got a nice little rubber grommeted washer on there. Take and put one in your chuck. Secure your rail with your left hand, whichever hand you are, right-handed, left-handed. Drive the screw down into the floor. Take your next screw, put it in your bit. Take your square. Make sure that you're still nice and lined up with your ½ inch gap. Put your screw in. Now you're ready to trim your trunk mat. Take your razor knife. Start over here in the back. Push this carpet. Make sure you find where the edges are of everything ahead of time so you have a rough idea where to cut. It's going to go up about 1.5 inches or so on the fender well. Cut it right around over to this ledge. You'll be a couple inches up on this ledge. Cut straight across the back. Right up over to the same thing on the other wheel well. Alright, take your razor knife. You're going to come up on this back piece right here, right to the top of your ledge behind your bumper. Cut a nice straight line all the way across. Now you're going to take your trunk mat, just start rolling it up from right to left. Get it all the way over here and tuck it inside the fender well. Just like that. Now we're ready to start spraying our glue on the trunk floor. Take your can of spray adhesive. I use 3M high strength 90. Because I found this works the best and it's got an adjustable spray pattern. You're going to want to coat the floor nice and evenly, all where your carpet's going to lay, up on this ledge, around the humps, Fill in the grooves nice. Make sure you get a nice even coat on everything. Now that we sprayed all our glue on the trunk floor, you're going to want to let it sit for about 60 to 90 seconds after you're done spraying it, just to let it start tacking up. And then we're going to roll our piece of carpet back out. Just be careful not to touch any of the finished side of the fabric to the glue. So you get it laid right back out like that. And then just start from the left side and start pressing it down. Getting all the glue and everything to stick in there. Run your fingers through the grooves and everything. Get everything nice, flat. Get all the bubbles out. When you get to the center part right here, when you're pushing it all down and getting the glue stuck, and you come to this gas hump right here, you can see as you're pushing down into the sides, it wants to pull this front piece out. So what you're going to do is just take your razor knife, start right at the very back of this hump right here. Cut straight up and put a relief point in there so that you can push down on both sides. And the panel that goes down in the front over here will hide this cut so you can't see it. And then this carpet will still have a nice glued down appearance to it. Make sure to use plenty of glue so that you get everything stuck down real nice. If you find you have a spot that isn't wanting to sit down, then you can just pull the fabric back before it adheres all the way. Spray a little more glue in there and then push it back down. You'll know right away whether you have enough glue in there or not by how the carpet's reacting to the floor and grabbing. And then once you get the entire carpet glued down to the floor and in place, nice and tight everywhere, then you're going to want to give it about 5 or 10 minutes to set up all the way before you go on to the next step. Now that you got the floor all glued down and you're waiting for the glue to tack up, remember you're going to be waiting about 5 to 10 minutes before you go on to the next step. This is a good time to get to know our friend Mr. Budweiser and have a nice relaxing, refreshing, cool drink while you're waiting to go on to the next step.